I gotta read out this contract real quick. Jrue Holiday. Actually, I wasn't even supposed to say that. 4 years, $160 million.
Who?
That's Jrue Holiday's contract. And he was a key piece to putting the Hawks out of their misery.
Don't do it.
He's a key piece. But last night...
Don't do it.
I can't even... 40 minutes, 10 points.
Oh, my God.
0% from beyond the arc. 4
Leave
for
him
14.
alone.
Absolutely pathetic. You got to play better. You have to play better, man. It's not... And before, I don't want to clown the Bucks in any way, shape, or form, because I actually think the Bucks have a real chance to win this series, even after game 1, because they didn't really play good. Middleton showed up. No one else.
Yeah, he did.
Middleton showed up. I will say Brook Lopez, but besides Middleton and I want to say Brook Lopez, I feel like no one really played up to their actual standards. Like, don't get me wrong, Giannis had a fantastic game.
Yeah.
But seeing Giannis score only 20 points, that makes me scratch my head a bit, because I'm like, okay, this guy can usually drop 30, and don't forget he's coming off that injury. So it makes
true.
sense. But that's another reason I'm telling you, I feel like this Bucks team is the standard. I feel like is going to raise a lot higher for them, and I feel like we'll see that start to rise in game 2 and then into game 3. The last thing you want to do is go down 0-2 against the Suns, because this team is dangerous, and I think they're proving that game by game. And the Bucks not having Giannis for those 2 games, they've got to rebuild that chemistry. And it seems like they didn't have a bad game. Well, they did, but
no, they did.
Well, they did mostly on the. Yeah, they did, but you've got to. We've got to get Jrue Holiday dropping at least 15 to 20 points. Okay, Middleton has been playing like a straight baller, which is crazy because, if I remember correctly, someone said he wasn't a playoff player. All right, that man sent Trae Young back to the A.
Yeah,
so,
he did. He did.
It's good to see Middleton is there. Middleton's ready. He's ready for the big stage, but every single player except Giannis had a negative plus or minus on the starting lineup. They were just completely outplayed, and it was really Ayton had a great game. Booker played fantastic like always. His shooting percentage has gone down a bit, but it's nothing. I mean, he still dropped 27, so who cares? Chris Paul, man. Usually he'll drop about 15, 16 points and be done with it. But dude, last night he was just feeling it, dude. He was hitting threes. He was moving around the court. He sent Portis back into the meme realm where it's like 20 minutes, 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists. He sent Portis back with a crossover. It was filthy. And he hit him with he had a nice little shot there. Oh, it's a layup. And it's just, if Chris Paul's gonna be playing if Chris Paul's really gonna show up like this, and you got Ayton dropping 20, and you got Booker that's gonna drop 25 at 25 plus, the Bucks are in real trouble. Jay Crowder dropped 1 point.
I mean,
Jay Crowder had 1 point.
Here's the thing. Let's just be honest here, all right? Booker had a decent game, but still, this wasn't Booker's best game. If you look at the stats, you'll see that my man has 27 points. If you look at his field goals attempted, he's 8 for 21. All right. There's one difference between these Brooklyn Nets and these Bucks, or should I say Giannis and the Brooklyn Nets, is these boys make their free throws. 10 for 10. Booker at the line. DeAndre Ayton, 6 for 6. Chris Paul, 4 for 4 like a hot Wendy's meal. Crowder, 1 for 2. I mean, even though Crowder went 0 for 8 the whole night, Crowder had a bad game, and they still whipped these Bucks. And even Mr. Bridges, 2 for 2. That's your starting 5, basically getting 95% at the free throw line. That's very essential, because if you think about it, if Booker was not fouled, I mean, you can make the argument he would have made the shot if he wasn't fouled. But Booker only made 8 shots last night. He only made 8 out of 21 shots. He's 38% as his field goal percentage. But he was 100% at the line. That makes a big difference. 27 points, and most of your points are coming from the line. Are you kidding me? And then Chris Paul, the point, I mean, come on, man. I've been defending Chris Paul since day one. The point God. The point, let me say it again. God, and one more time for the record, for the culture. The point God. 32 points, 63 field goal percentage. Oh my God, 12 for 19. He almost got a double-double. This is bad. This is bad. We have never seen finals Chris Paul, and if this is the finals Chris Paul, this is just bad.
Absolutely disgusting performance, dude. He literally could not be stopped. He was moving all over the court, getting the ball around. And I'm gonna tell you right now, a big key to this Suns team is Ayton. Ayton was everywhere.
Everywhere.
19 rebounds. I'm talking the way they use him in the pick and roll is filthy. And we got to start giving credit to Monty Williams, because he's a great coach.
He is.
It's always a close game. And the Suns, every single game, no matter if they're losing, no matter if they're winning, the Suns go on this filthy offensive run that whoever they're playing against has no answer for. And it's if it's a tie game, if it's a close game, it always puts the Suns up big. And we got to start giving credit to Monty Williams and his ability to adjust mid-game, his ability to figure out what's not working, what is working, what's not working, what is working for the opposite team, and figuring out how he can exploit it. And he does that so well, man. And as long as it seems like he's already got the Bucks sort of figured out. But like I said, I feel like the Bucks can play better, which is crazy because I also feel like the Suns can play a little better too. I mean, like I said, Jay Crowder, 1 point. And when you got a starter drop in 1 point, I mean, luckily it was the slack was picked up by the bench. Cam Johnson, Cameron Payne, they cooked last night. Both dropped 10, which is good. And, it kind of picks up that slack. But I think this game last night, this was the Suns we're gonna see. I feel like for the rest of the series. However, I feel like the Bucks the Bucks can get better. So I still have hope I still think the Bucks could pull this off. I think there's a realistic way the Bucks can pull this off.